Uben Nefer Good Rising and Great Awakenings, and welcome to day 14 of Healing Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome with Sound, Self-Care, and Global Prayer, Cosmic Chimes and Chanting. It's quite a mouthful. That's because these sessions are jam-packed with energy, healing energy. All right, so Sankofa step for today looks like a heart. It's all about the heart. Look beyond healing. Seek to be healthy. Seek to be healed. Seek to be healed. Seek to be health. That's what I'm trying to say. Seek to be health. And the meridian for today is the heart and the governing vessel meridian. The gift of dissociation. Acupuncturists appreciate Chi's gift of dissociation. It stops energy from coming through when there is a risk of burning our mind to the ground. Sounds like perpetual worrying. And the extraordinary vessels for today are the Yang Wei and the Yang Wei. The Yang Wei is the extraordinary vessel that deals with the heart, the pericardium. When you've been hurt in the past and you build up this like protective shell around your heart center, and then your heart constricts under the constraints until one day experiences true love and it just bursts open. And they give the example of how the Grinch stole Christmas, the Grinch. This is also the extraordinary vessel for dealing with trauma that's left unresolved and old heart chakra issues, anxiety, insomnia, nightmares. And then the Yang Wei is the Xiao Yang pattern. That's the one when you have some old unresolved trauma or issues or wound, and even though you show signs that you've healed, it still obviously has an effect, a lingering effect. Sounds like RU, which is impressions that is left in our heart center or our heart, and it weighs us down. That's why Ma'at's here to keep us with our heart as light as a feather. Okay? So, before we get into the summary, I wanted to offer a little bit of, and then like I mentioned before, as I mentioned before, we're using the Heteru fork and Sedna, because Sedna and Venus are in sign of Sidereal Taurus, and because we're dealing with the heart issue. So the Sedna fork is for healing from trauma. It's for like miraculous healings. It's for like superpower healing, like just really flipping the switch. Flipping the switch, flipping the script, just really transforming the situation. So we work with these tones, and then I also worked with Ta'urt and Heteru for extra strength from the earth, extra power, extra support for the earth, from the earth. And I used mid frequencies and high and low range frequency. And then I wanted to demonstrate So the heart meridian goes along the arm up to here. And since I can't really do both arms like that, let me try this. No, that doesn't work. So I put one on the ankle and then move it up my arm meridian. That's how I've been doing it. And what you do on one side, you do on the other side. This Sedna fork makes a really unpleasant noise, but I know it's doing some work. It ends under the armpit, the heart meridian. And then I also did this one, the heart to the lung point, the heart meridians. Between the heart chakra and the lung points is where we store our grief. So we want to release our sadness, because we really want our heart to be as light as a feather. And then we want to be able to express our truth. So I go from the heart chakra to the throat, anywhere along the throat area, to back to the heart, so that we can express our truth, because we don't want to just keep it in, because then that drives us, nuts. and meridian, and then the extraordinary vessels. Oh, I should just the yin yang way. The yin way. So that's the self-care summary, and stay tuned for the global prayer. I think the most important thing is that I'm putting into the global prayer is that we want the hearts to be as light as a feather, even though we're experiencing or witnessing or reading or learning or hearing about terrible atrocities and tragedies, that we don't want to become attached to the outcome, because that leads us into more REU. And I know this is the mystical approach. I've been told it's not the practical day-to-day reality, but that's exactly what we need to do. We need to shift from the practical, be able to express both. And if we're only looking for the practical physical reality solution, then we're going to miss the spirit-based solution, because the ego-based solutions don't work, because this is a spiritual situation. It's not just ego-based. This is actually a spiritual battle. So we need to have a spiritual strategy. And so that's why I decided to do this program again. I didn't realize that it was, it's in the middle of this Mercury, of this retrograde season. And anyway, so stay tuned for the global prayer. I'm about to demonstrate the high frequency. This is Vesta, the hearth. I didn't really talk much about this combination. Chiron is in Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, Nebunet. This is healing and self-care to release emotions, purify and cleanse the heart, the mind, and the RU. I tap.